What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Cardio confessions. Yep, today's the day off the gym, so I decided after the kids' soccer, let's do a little low intensity cardio, just get the heart going, blood flowing, get some recovery and process. And oh yeah, by the way, also want to let you know we have 10% off HPN, makers of NR, P3, F1, and all that stuff this weekend up until Sunday night. Coupon code is HPN10. Capital H, capital P, capital N, 10. HPN 10. So anyway, yesterday in the training group, John Hollywood and I have it for our training clients. No, it was in the rabbit cage. Anyway, there was someone who asked why John and I do high intensity interval training in MISS, which is medium intensity steady state cardio. Right now I'm doing more low between, most likely low. And why another training group I have nothing bad to say against, except we are much better looking, and John grows a much better beard and I have this beautiful hairdo, and they do LISS, saying that you don't get a chance to recover if you do medium intensity state and it stresses you out and all that good stuff. Now here's the reason. I believe the body adapts and the body can handle stress loads from training, and high intensity interval training allows my clients to get the equivalent of 2 hours of cardio done in like 20 minutes. I mean, not literally, I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass, but essentially high intensity interval training allows for, that to happen. I believe it also helps with muscle preservation for some, but it depends on the person. What I like to do earlier in the prep or when getting ready, I have my clients on as many as 5 to 7 high intensity interval trainings, but it's literally 11 minutes. You literally do usually 15-second boom, 45-second rest for 10 intervals. It takes 11 minutes total. Have them do a post-workout. Get that up to a few times a week, and then we rock out some low intensity after that. And as you get leaner and your recovery abilities go down, closer to the show, I start shifting over to more medium intensity steady state or low intensity steady state. Now it also depends on the person. If I'm training a 200 to 250 pound IFBB competitor, NABA competitor, who's enhanced, who just has a lot of muscle, high intensity interval training at that level is a recipe for disaster. And honestly, these big fucks burn so many calories just getting out of bed that just that little extra caloric burn. And also towards the end of prep, we're gonna have to increase cardio. So if you're up to, I usually never take my clients over 60 minutes a day, but there's some where I have to go double days. Some where I'll have to go to more than one session, more than an hour. There are those rare cases to get into the conditioning that John and I are known for bringing people in with. So those people, we'll move to more low intensity steady state and split up the sessions. But generally, as we get closer to the show, my high intensity interval training drops down to maybe 1 to 3 times a week. But my issue is lifestyle. Most of my clients have jobs, have families, have commitments. And the reason I like high intensity interval training, and I do it post-workout mainly because these people have to get up in the morning, go to the gym, and get cardio done, and then do nothing else because they're committed to work, and they're committed to raising their family or doing whatever. And they'd like to have a life. So if I'm training someone, I want to get them in and out of the gym completely within 60 to 90 minutes total, including cardio. And that's where high intensity interval training comes into play. Now, if someone's getting ready for a show, they're gonna fuck up their family life, and they're gonna fuck up their everything, their work, you name it. A lot of times, people can't balance it all. So, it has to come from somewhere. That's why I always have that discussion with people if they're wanting to compete. I've actually talked more than one person out of competing, client and not client this year, and it's only not even February, because it's a hell of a sacrifice. Those people, it's a fucking do what you gotta do to win. If that means doing 2 hours of cardio a day in addition to weight training, we do it. And I did it last year with John. John had me doing 2 cardio sessions a few times. So it happens. But I like this whole, which cardio is better? The answer is all of them. They all have their place. They all have their uses. And that's why hiring a coach who knows what the fuck they're doing, like John and myself, we tailor the cardio to the individual. And some individuals, like for example, me, HIIT, I do it, but contest prep, I just didn't have the energy nor the resources. And at 220 pounds on stage, I didn't need to be doing no HIIT. I need to be doing low intensity steady state and recovering from my training sessions. However, if I'm prepping a lightweight, 140, 150 pounds, who can recover, who isn't as big, has a really decent metabolism, I'm gonna get him on more of a HIIT-based program, or that smaller guy might do better on low intensity. It all depends on overall lifestyle, overall goals, and how they react to the diet, and how they react to the training. How hard they train, how intense they train, what training program I find fits them best. If we're working on bringing up any body parts, you name it. So, that's my thing. So my answer is ambiguous as all of them. It depends. I get emails back from people, they'll be like, well, should I do this? My answer would be, well, it depends. You're an asshole, you won't ask a question, you just want my money. Well, yeah, I'll take your fucking money if you want to send it to me, but at the end of the day, that's my answer. It all fucking depends. So for these guys to say that this is the only way to do it as a trainer, you know, if they want to take a stance like that, that's fine. But the next piece of research comes out on the cardio they're not recommending, I guarantee you they're going to change it and come up with some bullshit excuse why they changed it. I don't take positions, man. Well, I do like doggy style. I love spooning because, you know, I'm a cuddler. Like, you know, love spooning. Reverse cowgirl. But other than that, man, I don't take sides or positions on what the best training, what the best cardio. I like bro splits for training. I like full body splits. I like upper lower splits. I can't do the splits, so I'd fucking pull my groin. But that's that, guys. So that's my position on low intensity versus medium intensity versus high intensity, and why I recommend the cardio I recommend. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. 10% off HPN this weekend. Code is HPN, all caps, 10. HPN10. Because walking in place and really not accomplishing anything, that's not a game.